So I'm excited to have Eric Criner with us from the REMAX Veterans First program today. Eric is joining with us today to talk about the Veterans First program, something that we're excited to be participating with Eric on. And you know, Eric, thanks for coming on, and just wanted to give you a few minutes to kind of let some of our listeners know specifically what the Veterans First program is, what it's about. We've got a lot of veterans that listen to the show, and I think it's a great program for so many of out there to take advantage of.
Great. Well, hey, thanks for having me this morning, and thanks for everybody who's listening. What it is it's really a national program that we started about a year and a half ago or so, and it's really the REMAX way of thanking veterans for their service to the nation. And we really do that through a rebate process from the agent that's involved with the transaction back to the veteran buyer or seller. And so it works great. It's across the nation. Right now we're probably in about 60 locations across the nation, about 4,000 agents. And so it's a fairly young program, so it's really about getting the word out. So it's one of the best programs going out there because it not only gives back to the veteran, at the time of sale, but we also give them military charities. And so once a quarter we donate to a whole host of charities. We can talk about those in a few minutes. So
and with MacDill Air Force Base being here, obviously Tampa is a large military market. We have a lot of folks, not just in the military presently, but retirees, people that come here that have been in the military. So I think that's a key component that people need to understand. This isn't just people in now. I mean, this isn't just active duty. I mean, this is anyone that has served, the country and the military qualifies for this program. REMAX, #1 real estate brand in the world, and Eric and I both, are affiliated with REMAX offices. And, this is another way that REMAX is looking at their global presence and saying, okay, how can we impact a significant portion of the population that is a portion of the population that deserves, our support.
Exactly.
So when you talk about the program itself, so people, let's say there's a consumer, a buyer or seller out there looking to buy or sell a home, and they're a veteran. It's REMAXVeteransFirst.com. They go on there, they register, and then they're aligned with an agent in their specific territory that kind of covers that portion of the market for them.
Right, exactly. So it's real easy to find an agent across the nation. Like Andrew just said, hit the website www.remaxveteransfirst.com, and real easy to line up with an agent. There's a map there on the website. You can scroll over, hit the pin based on the state that you're moving to. So it's really, even if you're based here in Tampa market, you're moving any place in the nation, it's a great program. We can line you up with an agent across the nation. And then if you know of any veterans that are moving here, the process works the same way.
And I think, it's crucial because, again, a lot of times veterans have, strict timelines when they're talking about moves, and I think the other aspect of that, the part that's really valuable for the veteran out there, is that all of the agents in your program go through a pretty serious training program so that, and again, a lot of them are former veterans themselves. So they understand, what PCS means, and they get like all the analogies and the lingo. But in addition to that, if they're agents that maybe aren't a prior veteran, they go through a training program so they can be informed about how to handle the transfer of a veteran or a veteran relocating to another part of the country.
Right. That's exactly right. We ensure that all of our agents go through a training program so that they not only understand the lingo, but they understand the loan programs. They understand the timelines, the concerns that you bring when you're trying to move from A to B. But like Andrew said, on top of the training aspect, it really applies to not only those that are currently serving, but anybody who has served in the military. Included in that is retirees. We just recently opened it up to widowed spouses, and so a widowed spouse whose husband or wife was a veteran are now entitled to this too. So it works really good. And one of our key aspects is that we are veteran-owned and veteran-run. So the majority of our owners across the nation that own these REMAX firms that participate are veterans. They've all served in the military. The vast majority have, and probably 40% of our agents are veterans too. And so the likelihood is you'll probably be working with a veteran, and so they understand what you're going through. They've been there. They've walked in your shoes just like I have. So I served in the military. So that's kind of background to it.
Well, and I think that's why this program's important to you, why you have such a vested interest in it, because you understand the plight. You've been there. You know what it's like to go through that process, and I think that's that's important for the consumer to understand that this isn't just some program that was created to promote this. I mean, it was created by veterans for veterans.
Right.
As a program to be mutually beneficial for them, to really give them value. And I think the charitable aspect of it is quite nice too. I know the VFW Foundation, the Homes for Our Troops, a couple of the charities that you guys are involved in, and I think that again, anytime you have one of these programs where you're giving back to the community, it just shows again the value of the program isn't just giving to the veteran or getting a benefit from real estate business. It's promoting it within the local community on a local level.
That's exactly right. I mean, what really makes us different is not only are we owned and run by veterans, but like we mentioned, that we give back to military charities, and we give the largest rebates inside the industry. And we do that because we cut third parties out. There's no third party managing this system or involved with the system, so we actually give more money back to the veteran than any other program out there across the nation.
Because there are other programs that do this. There are mortgage lenders and other real estate companies, and like you mentioned, the challenge with their programs is that they're it's similar to and I'm obviously not going to say names of charities, but there are charities out there that give very little money back to the community because they have CEOs and salaries and all this kind of overhead. Exactly. And your program kind of eliminates a lot of the challenges that you see with some of these other programs are out there offering incentives to veterans, where by the time it gets to the veteran getting their assistance and their help, kind of everyone's kind of taking their
Exactly.
putting their hand in the pocket
Exactly.
and their hand in the cookie jar.
Right, and that's one of the reasons why we started this program, is because I personally retired from the Army. I moved 13 times in 20 years. So I bought houses up and down the East Coast, and so I used a few of the other programs over the years. And what I found out now, of course, that I'm in real estate, is that a large portion of what's collected from the agent actually goes to a third party. It doesn't wind up in the veteran's hand.
Right. And that's obviously something this program is created to prevent. Well, let's talk about some of the incentives. So let's say there's somebody out there looking to buy or sell a home. They're a veteran. They're either a current veteran, a reservist, retiree, whatever it is. Maybe give us some of the price brackets and some of the incentives that the veterans
Sure.
do get when they buy or sell with a REMAX Veterans First agent.
Sure. Well, I mean, the average home in our market here is probably $150,000 in a Tampa market. So the average rebate, or the rebate for that price point, would be about $1,000.
Okay.
So and of course that rebate goes up as the price point goes up. I mean, if you're buying $400,000, $650,000 house, then your rebate is $2,500. So it's a pretty significant
Right.
rebate.
I mean, that's not small potatoes. I mean, you're talking about putting some new appliances in. I mean, you can that can be a renovation budget right there. I mean, so it's we're not talking about pennies. I mean, we're
Right.
talking about some significant money. And the chart, if you are interested, if you go to the website and sign up, you'll get all the information. There'll be forms that you've got to sign to agree to certain aspects of it. But certainly, I think that the key part is, if you're listening and you're at McDill, or you're relocating to another area, don't think that this is a program that's just about Tampa. I mean, certainly, the program wants to help, the military and make Tampa moves,
Right.
But this is also a program that if you're moving from, Tampa to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, or, wherever it is, there's a program out, there's an agent out there to help you. And REMAX is an international network of agents, so certainly, if you're looking to move internationally, I'm sure the program at some point is going to get to that point where it's going to be that robust as well. And if you have questions about any of this, you can give us a call. You can call us toll free. Right now, or when we aren't on air, you can call us at 855-970-WFLA. Again, that's toll free, 855-970-9352. And we'd certainly love to continue talking to you and answer your questions. Anything else you can think of, Eric, that's important that you'd want to get out there to the community about the Veterans First program?
Well, I think the charity aspect, the military charity aspect, really makes a difference, and it makes our program look much different because it is different.
And again, so not just giving to charities, you're giving to military charities.
So it's military, either prior military, current military, or retirees, when they buy or sell their homes. So if you're selling your house, this program applies to. You're buying or selling your house, a REMAX agent across the nation, of course it's huge in this market, but it's large across the nation, steps in, helps you out. So you're getting a quality agent. You're getting a transaction professionally managed by a professional agent. But then on top of that, there's a portion that the agent, through our program, gives back to military charities. And so one that just recently signed on is Special Operations Warrior Foundation. Great foundation, and so they just signed on, and that's huge in this market. I mean, inside the Tampa area, and we've got a huge special ops community here. So I think that's large. And the other one is Homes for Our Troops. Homes for Our Troops is, again, very active in the Tampa area, and they're active across the nation. But what they do is they actually provide custom-built houses for wounded vets. Awesome program. And so every time a veteran uses this program, they're helping us give back directly to military charities.
That's fantastic. And again, helping out other veterans, helping out other veterans. And I think, again, so if you want more information about it, again, you can check it out at REMAXVeteransFirst.com. It's First, F-I-R-S-T, REMAXVeteransFirst.com for more information. And, you know, again, great program. Glad to have you on the show, Eric. And again, if anyone out there has questions about the program, Eric's going to be along with us the rest of the show. And you can call us. Again, the call-in numbers for questions, 855-970-WFLA. Again, it's 855-970-9352.